So I am advertising and promoting after the late great, the legend, you know what I'm saying? Tupac Amaru Shakur. It's no disrespect, but business is business, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And the style just basically continued on to the other side, you know what I mean? It's basically all I could do. But yes, I know I did take a lot of his moves and picked up after him. Always will be, uh, a fan of Shakur and everything. But we can't take up our idols. You know what I mean? We can't. We got to know that idolatry is a very serious problem. It's a very serious sinful way of living. You know what I mean? And our idols can be our downfall. You know what I'm saying? So, that's it. I shipped the deal to New York. Tupac's not perfect. Tupac's not Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is the only man that is perfect. Okay, the Son of God is the only man that is the most humblest, perfect human being. Tupac's business is somewhat sloppy. It's somewhat unprofessional. Okay, it's somewhat dangerous. It's corrupt. Okay, these outlaws are on some funny stuff. They were kids when I guess they were basically about 5, 6, 7, 8 years younger when all this stuff was going on, right? So they were kids, and now they've just adopted and taken over this whole situation. Okay, which is kind of, to me, like, this isn't a good business. This is unprofessional. This is sloppy, right? You got somebody who was young, okay, so young as 25 is, right, and was being immature, okay? He was acting in anger. He was acting in rage. He lost his cool, and he lost everything from doing so. Is that not what happened? I mean, where's Suge Knight? Where's Suge Knight? Suge Knight had the world in his palms. He had homes. He had jewelry. He had money. He had all the women. He had all these hookers, all these. But what did he do? What was the wrong thing? He was doing the wrong thing. He was being sloppy. He wasn't being professional. He was being a bully. He was breaking the law, and he lost it all. Okay? So now Death Row is basically a toy store. And they say it's a toy store, or who knows what game there is going on with Death Row Records and the problems of the matter. All I know is they're not around. They never were safe. They never were professional. They never were good. Okay? They were beating people up. They were sinister. And Tupac was slayed because he joined this and went down this route and was dancing basically what we will say on fire, on coals for the devil, because adultery, saying that you're sleeping with another man's wife, okay, and laughing about this, okay, this is a very serious matter. Very serious matter. I should have put my cross on for this. A very serious matter. So Tupac's business, see there, when he did that, he was not living a safe life. He was always going to have to watch his back. And that was it for Tupac. Hit him up and Suge Knight and just that downfall of everything. So that was it. That was how everything just went downhill. And everybody basically had got out. Snoop Dogg, Nate Dogg, okay? And Suge Knight was threatening Nate Dogg. Suge Knight, he's getting ticked off, putting these hits on people, on artists, for getting away, and it's just crazy stuff with this Suge Knight character and Tupac and the dynamite that they were together. Okay, and this lives on today. To this day, look at this here. These guys had me. I've been promoting with them. I have their ink in my arm. Okay, I have their ink in my arm, and all they do is just dog me. I don't hear nothing positive. I don't feel comfortable even walking in a room with them. They go on this show with this hot shot, talk about, oh, we're this and that. we're freaking, we have Tupac's honoring with us, and but what is going on with you guys? Nothing new, nothing innovative, nothing creative. Okay, look, I'm the best. Look, I'm the most best thing, creative, innovative amazement of anything from Corona of 2020 that is going on with you guys. Okay, and then I traded and went to P. Diddy. So I shouldn't be hearing, when I see you around, there shouldn't be no Napoleon or whatever's left of this troubled, dark situation. Because now we just lost somebody to a suicide. He put the gun to his head, drunk and high, I'm sure, because they're always drinking and they're always high on all this stuff, right? That's what the way Tupac's lifestyle is consumed of, getting drunk and getting high. And what did he do? He picked up a gun and he put it to his head and he took his life. That's what they say. So they say. They could all be a lie. I don't trust anything with the industry anymore. I'm 1 foot in and 1 foot out to heavenly. That's why you guys see where I'm singing at. Mansions in the heavenly, all my true ones. Everybody should be following me. I should get more likes, shares, and subscribes. I should be signing autographs. I'm going to be a legend. I'm going to be a legend of Pacific View. Kobe Bryant is in there. John Wayne is in there. Many celebrities and actors are in there, laying in there. That's where I will be laying at with my Williams Resort family. I'm on that. I could have been an NBA ball player. I was as good as Kobe Bryant. Actually, me and Kobe Bryant will be the best basketball players lowered into Pacific View. You know what I mean? Kawhi Leonard replaced me. You guys know Kawhi Leonard, NBA, Riverside, Martin Luther King, after I was slayed and hurt to a wheelchair. Just like Tupac Amaru Shakur, so I basically adopted his pain and struggle into the studio as a poet, because I write mine. Biggie Smalls used to go off the top. He wasn't a songwriter. I'm a songwriter, amazing songwriter from many other groups that I've ran and owned and took over. One was RTR, Real Talk Writer in Tustin, amazing group I ran and took over. So this is nothing new. I'm half man, half amazing. But these guys are, these outlaws and this stuff with Tupac, Death Row, they're full of negativity. They're not a good environment for creative people. Why do you think, why do you think they lost Dr. Dre? They lost Dr. Dre. Now it's me. I'm basically like Dre now. They lost Dre and now they lost Not Spots, Outlaw Spots, okay? The two most creative sources of Shady, okay? Next to Eminem. But Eminem tripping now. They got Eminem tripping now too. So, hey, coronavirus, this is now we're in the end times. AI 2025, these are the end times. God bless everybody. Be safe.